Super Souls, welcome to the Moon Magic Tarot channel. Gosh, first card is coming through already. Super Souls, welcome to these Archangel new moon readings. In today's readings, we're actually asking for really very specific advice, if possible, maybe some timescales, all about your new moon wishes and intentions. Are they on track? Is there anything that you should or could be doing? What are the timescales around them? Really, we open ourselves to receive any information in this area, and the energy of and the dynamics, the astro dynamics of this new moon are unbelievably positive, inspirational, optimistic. So this is an amazing new moon. If you have never set wishes or intentions at a new moon and you were thinking about doing it, this is an amazing one to do it on. The energy is profound. It really is, in the best possible way. So Super Souls, let's get on with our readings. Let's draw the 3 cards for you. I'm seeing this card here. Okay, we'll also draw runes as well, and a charm for each of the readings to help to guide you in. So reading number 1, we have, oh, this is just beautiful. Talk about positivity. We have the Angel of Encouragement, and this is card number 11. Okay. Oh, my candle is out of sight. Let me bring that in here to the vision of our camera. Lovely. Reading number 2, we have Angel of Decisions. Okay, and this is card number 8. And reading number 3, we have card number 1, the Angel of Adventure. Okay, so these are your 3 cards to help to tune you into your intuition and guide you in. I'm going to draw a charm and a rune for those people that like that additional extra energy, really, I suppose. That's what this is. Okay, it's really interesting. I've got 4 runes, 2 for the first. 4 runes literally sort of felt like they were gluing themselves to my hand. So reading number 1, you have the rune of strength and you have the rune of joy. Reading number 2, you have the rune of the warrior, the spiritual warrior. And reading number 3, you have the rune of defense. Let's pop that here. Now, reading number 1, your charm is the charm of the lizard. Beautiful. Reading number 2, your charm is, wow, it's a key. Very transformational, key with a skull on it. Reading number 3, we have the heart, love, with an arrow going through it. Okay. Super Souls, take as long as you need to see which of these readings, it could be more than one, is calling to you, guiding you in. If you are making wishes and intentions that are focused on different areas of your world, you may find that one reading will apply to one area and the other to another. I will leave the video running for a few moments, and if you need longer, you can press the pause button. I will see you in the readings. The timestamps are below as always. I think this positive energy is definitely flowing in, so if I muddle my words during the readings, I apologize in advance. Super Souls, see you in the readings. Reading number 1, welcome. Do you know, Super Souls, the very fact that you have this little collaboration of runes, the lizard and this particular card, already I feel there is confirmation that whatever your wishes and intentions are, that you are on track. We're being given encouragement. We have the rune of strength, the rune of joy. The lizard is like entering the dream time, creating the future, dreaming in the future. You're being given encouragement. You're being given strength, courage, perseverance, and with this beautiful fruit-bearing rune as an outcome. This could also be suggesting some timings as well. But let's let's place this here and draw some more cards before we say any more. But I feel quite excited for you. I really, really do, reading number 1. Let's draw some Archangel Tarot cards first. I feel there is 4. I can just see a little card sneaking through there. That's the one. Okay. I'm going to draw a moon card for you. And because the dynamics are so amazing, we'll draw an Astro card too. I'm going to leave it right there and then we'll draw more in a moment. Okay. Oh wow, you have Archangel Jophiel, the star, a dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. Super. Just look at this. It's just running on from this position here. Queen of Michael, brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, humorous. You know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience, a time for your career rather than relationships. Very interesting. Okay. We then have the 7 of Michael. There is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. And 7 of Ariel. You have invested wisely. Have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavour. This is very, very interesting for you. I feel like I want to say, we have here you and your loved ones are safe. Now this is a new moon in Cancer. Actually, the new moon in Cancer speaks to us of nurture. And then we have Taurus, cultivate. Okay, so this is a very, very interesting reading already, reading number 1. I want to say that your wishes and your dreams, your intentions are intact. They are on track. Your angels, your guides are really clear. You are really, really, really doing well. And you're well on the way to nurturing and it's like the investments, the stuff you've been working on is well on its way to fruition. We're seeing that perseverance, keep going, angel of encouragement, the stuff you've been dreaming about. So what I am seeing though is that some action on your part is needed in terms of what I would say course correction or tweaking something, okay? Something is still needing to be cultivated. It's almost like its final stage, its final chapter. It's bringing it forth. Yeah, it's almost like if you've created, I don't know, let's say you've invented an amazing recipe for something and you've practiced and you've done all the trials and you've now done all the design work and all the paperwork. The next stage is done. How do you launch it? How do you launch this amazing recipe, this product, this something, this whatever it is? It's like you're coming to a stage which is both, there's still work to be done, but it's nearing completion. That's what I'm seeing. This particular reading is definitely applying to a wish or an intention, probably career focused or calling or pathway focused for most of you, but it is it's reaching, you've invested really wisely, you've done the work, you're being given encouragement, you've done incredibly well. It's like that final burst of energy where you have to take it to its final stage of completion. All it is, it's that launch day. And you are being given encouragement to do that, to move it that last final step. I feel a bit like it's quite interesting. I'm really noticing myself physically being very conscious of how much energy and effort you've invested so far. I can sort of almost feel it in my physical body. And very interesting, I have in front of me, I have some crystals actually, and the ones I'm going to reach out to and bring into this reading are carnelian. Okay, I have 2 pieces of raw carnelian here. Carnelian is a stone. Honestly, it's a stone that I always feel it does exactly what it says on the tin. It's incredibly good if you find yourself getting, I don't know, if you suffer from procrastination, but it kind of gets you through to the finish line. and your reading doesn't feel like it's about procrastination, more like it's about seeing it through. You've done well, you've achieved a certain amount. It's that final bit. A bit like when we draw the rune of harvest, and the rune of harvest speaks of sometimes a period where, you know, we have to, it's like a period of a year where we have to till the ground and prepare the ground. Then we sow the seeds. Then we have to water and nurture the seeds. We have to weed and prune, and we have to support and cultivate. And then we reach a point where it's time to bring in the harvest. But, you know, any farmer will tell you, you get to the point of harvest and you've worked incredibly hard to get to the harvest, but you've got to pull all the stops out to do that final bit. And that is the stage I feel that you guys are at with something. So I'm bringing you in the energy of carnelian. We'll place that here. If you have any carnelian, or you can access any, you know, carry it around with you. It really helps to boost your energy and give you that perseverance. And slow and steady. You know, the bull here. This is very much about cultivating, manifesting, but I feel it's nurturing the Cancer energy. It's also nurturing, so it's slow and steady wins the race. This final stage of manifestation of something, bringing a wish forth. There will be some adjustments to be made here. You may need to be now looking at collaborating if you have been working alone. You know, we are seeing that here. With Seven of Michael, there's a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. There's definitely review. Have patience and wait for the harvest. Review again. Review your progress. Make plans for the next stage. So you really are working on something that is fabulous. Some stage of your, probably more likely to be career, your calling, your pathway, or a creative endeavor, but something is nearing that final push to achieve. Let's draw some tarot cards for you and see what we are shown for further guidance here. May we have more information about this stage, about what's happening, what can, more insight as well, I think, for reading number one. Okay, so here we have you guys. Here you are, the Magician. Okay. This is an interesting energy around you now. Yeah. Okay. Very clear. Very, very clear. Okay. Super fab. So we have the Magician. We have the Hanged Man. Okay. We have the Moon. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And we have the card of the Lovers. Okay. I feel for me, the card of the Lovers is symbolizing, I mean, ultimately it's a card of choices. Sometimes it also means you get what you wanted. You know, it's that love, that passion, that's something you come home to yourself in some way. Now, this is giving very, very clear advice to you, and I'm going to draw some additional runes as well for you, reading number one. So, in this last stretch of something, so something you have already been working on, you've already invested in it, it requires a final push to get it to some stage of completion, or to the next stage along its way, its path of manifestation. Slow down, okay? Even though you could be really excited and you could be feeling you could be feeling like you just want to race to the finish line, okay? Pace yourself. It's like doing a marathon. You know, if you sprint, you'll run out of energy very, very quickly, okay? And then you kind of will struggle to get to the finish. This is pacing yourself. Timetable yourself, take time out to nurture yourself, make sure your life is in balance. You're being given very clear advice here. We know your wishes, dreams, whatever your focus is, particularly career, pathway, work, calling, purpose, we know you're on track. But there is some tweaking to be done here. maybe finding the right person, the right people to collaborate with, rather than trying to push something forwards with maybe the wrong people. You're needing to push it through and find the right people. But the push needs to be steady, thought through, paced, timetabled. You're going to be given signs along the way, okay? Literally, you're going to be given signs. Notice how the phases of the moon are working for you. Now, this is quite important for anyone new to my channel. You'll probably have seen, even at the intro to these videos, I write a manifest with the moon, Astro-Moon diary and journal. And I've also uploaded, or am uploading, I don't know whether this reading will go up first or whether the moon phase will go up first. It depends on how I manage to upload everything with very slow internet speed in the place where I live. But I do a rundown. I put it up on YouTube, and it's there in the diary as well, in the diaries and the journals. I give an overview of the flow of the lunar energy of the month, and at the beginning of that diary, and there's a PDF handout that I made as well when I did a big webinar, a workshop on how to use a moon diary or a moon journal, not just mine, any of them, any astro diary. There's a PDF handout there, and I'm pretty certain in that PDF handout I've included the information about the phases of manifestation, the stages of manifestation, and the phases and stages of the moon and how they align. Okay, you may find by looking at that, okay, that you can timetable your stages and phases of development in ways that are going to help to pace your progress through to this final outcome of something you really, really want and love and desire and are wishing for. Whatever you're manifesting for, there is clear guidance here to pace yourself. You're on track. There's going to be some signs given to you to make some adjustments, and if you're trying to move too quickly, A, I think you're going to run out of energy, and B, I think you might miss some of the signs that are being shown to you that will help you to sort of to perfect what this is, so that when it's launched, it reaches its completion, you know, the da-da, you're out in the world bit, the homecoming of it. When that happens, it's absolutely at its best. There's no bits missing, there's no rough edges. It's this sort of it's something that's reached its space of perfection. Pace yourself. When we are manifesting, you know, it's like cycles within cycles within cycles. Every moon phase starts with a new phase of manifestation. We'll be starting some areas of manifestation right at the beginning, you know, fresh new wishes and intentions. With other things, we'll be at a different age and stage of its process of coming into form. And so it's like a new chapter of that piece of manifestation. And this is very in alignment with something that you already are manifesting. Let's draw some runes for you. I'm going to use a different pack, or a different set rather of runes, just to see what else we're shown. What we're going to ask for is where you are now. Okay, oh, this is good. This is very exciting. We're going to ask for where you are now, what do you need to do next? A couple of runes are coming out, and then what the outcome's going to be, where you're headed. Okay, so where you are now is nourishment. What to do next? We've got the spiritual warrior and the pathway of wholeness, and then it's interesting, it's definitely come out in reverse. We have the rune of protection. Okay, so what I am seeing here, first of all, unexpected surprises, rewards, gains, ambition satisfied. You are on track, but you need to nourish the ground for your own deliverance. Okay. The spiritual warrior, you're going to need to make some clear, decisive decisions, but it'll be ever so clear as to what those directions will be. There's going to be almost like only one way of doing this, and it will be shown to you. It's really, it will become very clear. There will be a pathway to follow, Now the rune of protection in reverse is interesting. Whenever we get the rune of protection, we know we are being protected. Actually, I know exactly what this rune is saying. You see, the rune of protection upright is saying to you, be patient. You know, everything will come in its own time. Just trust the universe, take right action, and all will be done in the right manner. You might just have to wait a bit. I don't think you are going to have to wait. I think this is giving us an indication of timings. It's why we've got the rune of strength, courage, perseverance, and joy. The universe has your back. The rune of joy is like carried across the gap by the wings of heaven, carried across the finish line. Ta-da, here we are. I think this is actually going to move forwards quite quickly for you, possibly even within the course of one moon phase, one new moon cycle, even between the new moon and the full moon. But potentially we are talking about a succinct period of time, but it requires slow, steady, consistent, solid progress in a balanced, nurturing way where there is enough stillness and nurture rather than a push, 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 push. Steady, solid, practicing the art of allowing and yet being an active participant too. It's that real balance. And being available to see the signs as they show up, being prepared to tweak, course correct, do what's needed along the way. And honestly, I think this is just going to steadily, that the path will unfold and you'll know exactly what to do, when to do it. Reading number one, this is a super, super lovely reading. Whatever you are working on, manifesting, this is all about something that is coming to its final stage rather than something that is brand new. If it is something that's brand new, there's also good information here and you can apply that to your personal circumstances. But everything in this reading for me is really speaking about the completion, the final stage of something and what to do in terms of how to achieve it. And I think, you know, it's sort of saying, you know, you're not going to have to wait for too long. Super Souls, I am loving your new moon reading. I'm loving the way that the guidance is coming through for you. I am sending you all the love in the world. I'm very, very excited for you. Hopefully by the next new moon set of readings, you'll be able to fill us in on what's been going on for you. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, to make sure that you don't miss any of my readings, including the pick a card random readings, answering specific questions. The here and now, I do some single readings which literally are about touching base information for you today. I do weekly readings where we look at the week ahead as well. All of these readings, if you'd like to get them coming into your stream as soon as I upload them, if you subscribe and press the little bell icon, they should arrive for you. I put a ton of free stuff into the world. I post moon updates, all kinds of things. I will put links to anything and everything that might be helpful to you in the information box and the comments for phone users. Super Souls, sending you all the love in the world and all the encouragement and just the biggest hugs, and say, go on, this is going to happen for you. It's super lovely. Tons of love. Have an amazing moon month. Reading number two, welcome. I am so excited to be here at the time of such a powerful and positive new moon. This is very interesting. You have the rune of the spiritual warrior, and you also have a key to something here. There is a key to some aspect of transformation, and we have Angel of Decisions, card number 8. What is going on around you? Reading number 2, let's draw cards and find out what we are shown. We'll ask the archangels first. May we have information. Do you know, I think those literally are your 4 cards. Just literally just flying out here. Let's draw a moon card as well for you. Reading number 2. There is your card. And also, because the dynamics astrologically today are stunningly beautiful, we will ask for some astro advice as well. And then we will potentially draw more cards depending on what we are shown. So you have nothing is yet set in stone. Okay. Mutable moon. and you have Pallas Athena think. Okay. Angel of Decisions. Wow. Angel of Decisions. So in terms of new moon wishes and intentions, something taking place where there is, I feel like there is quite an important decision for you to make in some way, shape or form. Let's look at the rest of our cards. We have the Magician. This is number 1, Archangel Raziel. It says you can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. I am loving your reading number 2. Page of Ariel. Reliable, clever, educated, balanced. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. I almost want to already say, I think some of you will know immediately from this card exactly what this is talking about. Some of you are possibly deliberating about some aspect of further education, whether to be going to university or to college, or whether to continue in a job, or what route to take. Actually, something is being opened up for you here, and you are being advised actually here to, you will need to make a decision, but nothing is yet set in stone. I think you're umming and ahhing about possibilities, but something is yet to arrive that will, a piece of information is yet to come that's going to unlock something for you. And your angels, your guardian angels, the archangels, are actually bringing you this information and saying to you, look, you know, it will come. You haven't got all of the information yet in order to make the right decision. 3 of Gabriel, prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. We're going to follow through with this, and then your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. King of Ariel, successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Okay, so what I will say, Super Souls, reading number 2, in terms of wishes and intentions, you are at a point of making a choice or a decision that affects the direction you're going to be going in. Whether you are heading, as we've just said, into some form of education, or whether you are embarking on some aspect of applying for new jobs. This does feel mostly about career, in some aspect of career or education, that kind of aspect of your personal life, but it does ultimately, it relates to success. Now, what we're being shown here is that some piece of information is going to arrive that will help you to make that decision. I don't think you have all of the information that you need yet. You are needing to process what you've got. For some of you, you may even have too many possibilities and therefore not be able to have any idea. It's almost like, well, I don't know what to wish for. I don't know what to set intentions around, because, you know I want to change. I know where I want to go, but I have no idea how to get there. I don't know whether I should reach out to this person or do that or whatever. Actually, nothing is yet set in stone. There is something else yet to come to you, and this is what you're being given the heads up. The archangels and your angels, your guides are really telling you here. Something is going to come in that will help you to plan appropriately and to make very wise choices that will lead to the outcome that you want. That is what we're being shown here. So there is a decision to make, and the time will come for you to quite clearly make that choice, make that decision, be very clear cut about it. This is a rune of discernment. Absolutely clear cut. But initially, right immediately now, something else is required. So you can we've got so much reassurance here, it's gorgeous. You can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. There's some very clear advice here about setting new moon wishes and intentions. we often, with new moon wishes and intentions, we often think about setting them as being the outcome that we want. So we're looking at the end goal. What I think we sometimes forget is that manifestation is a cyclical process, and it comes in layers and phases, like different chapters of a book. You know, we don't jump from the start to the finish. There's a story to unfold in the middle. And what I feel is there's a really important choice to be made here. There's information that is yet to come to you, and in your new moon wishes and intentions, what you can ask for, rather than the end goal, is to ask for the next step to be shown, or for a doorway to be opened. So rather than, let's say, I don't know, hypothetically, you want to write a book, and you think, right, I'd like a publisher. This is a silly example, but it's off the top of my head, and you set into your wishes, you know, I want to meet a publisher, but you haven't actually really formulated the book. Actually, you would be better to say, I would like to be given the information to help me to clearly define the storyline, perhaps, so I can then pitch to an editor. So you're asking for something of the stages along the way. You're asking for the sign to be shown, for the key to, if you feel there's a piece of missing information, you're asking for a sign to give you the key that will open the door to the next step. We can make wishes that are about the process of manifestation rather than just the end goal. I hope that makes some sense, but it's really coming through very strongly. Let's get some more information and draw some tarot cards for you. Reading number 2. I do feel very strongly something is coming in for you. An opportunity will be offered. Something's going to be given to you that is the key, a piece of information that will be the key for you to then evaluate with clarity and make a choice. And then you can plan, and it's taking you to, then we see the end goal: successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. And we then see everything working out very well. May we have more information and guidance, please, for reading number 2. About new moon wishes and intentions and what is happening for them now. Okay, so we have the 3 of Swords. Okay. We have the card of Justice, and there's going to be this weighing up. We have the 2 of Wands. Okay, we're looking forwards. Oh, super lovely, may I say. Super, super lovely. We have the 10 of Pentacles, and we have the Emperor. Gorgeous energy in your reading number 2. I can see that things feel pretty strained at the moment. Honestly, I feel like you are racked with indecision, torn in different directions, conflicted by, you know, what am I supposed to do? Do I do this? Do I do that? What's the decision? What's the way forwards? Where shall I go? Look at the skull here on this key. I know I hold that up here. And then look at the skull here. It's like a mask. Pallas Athena, think. And there we have the skull on the key. This is something where you need to slow your mind down, press the pause button, not allow yourself to get into that, you know, when you're all thinking is pulled in all different directions and emotions are running high and you don't know what to do, and it's like, oh, what do I do? I'm really saying that. Let's get balanced and start to think about this clearly, and let's set wishes and intentions that request for the guidance and information you need to magically arrive. What you need will magically appear. Also, I would say, Archangel Raziel here, we're seeing, I mean, we literally are seeing an angel bringing something into form here, manifesting something, bringing something into, potentially even somebody bringing you, you know, one of those random conversations. You know, it could be something that literally comes through to you in a very you know, a very clear way, like an offer of a place at a university or an opening. But it could also be networking. You bump into someone, or, you know, a billboard pops up in front of you when you're on a bus or something, and you see an advert somewhere, or you turn the radio on and a song gives you the piece of information you needed. It's like, oh wow, that completely makes sense. It's like something magically appearing into your world that allows you, that's the key, allows you to think straight, allows you to think clearly, to evaluate, to start to look ahead and to know what to do, what steps to take next, to take you on this pathway to contentment, fulfillment and happiness. We are seeing a new beginning here. We have the Aries, we're seeing the Aries symbol in the skull here. With the Emperor, we're seeing success. We're seeing you being in charge of your world. We're seeing, yeah, this is the same thing. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success, and being a leader in your own field, I would say as well, potentially. Absolutely, with the spiritual warrior, becoming a leader in your own field. Right here and right now, though, the messages are very clear for you, reading number 2. Set wishes and intentions. You don't have to not set wishes and intentions about being a leader in your field or your end goals. But also maybe if you have 10, it's traditional to set 10 new moon wishes. If you set 10 new moon wishes, then start with a wish that says, I would like to be clearly given a sign to show me what the next step will be. What is the key that I need in order to open up the pathway? Okay, so we are seeing that opening. Something, even ask for peace of mind, to easily calm your mind, stop the procrastination or the overthinking, and slow things down and create a space where you are no longer conflicted. You know, ask for peace of mind. I wish to easily have peace of mind and to think in a balanced and clear way. A lovely new moon wish. So you're attending to the immediate, knowing that the pathway will be shown to you. Let's draw some additional runes to ask about timescales and how we see this unfolding. I'm going to draw a rune for where you are now. Oh, you're at a breakthrough point. I'll say a little bit more about this. The energy around this feels a bit like, you know, sometimes it's breakthrough or breakdown. You know, sometimes we can reach a point of tension where something has to give and it makes us push for an opening. But we're seeing this energy of the potential for that light bulb moment to come in, for that key to arrive. So it's pretty imminent in terms of the sign you need to magically appear. I'm going to ask what action to take. We have the rune of wholeness. I'm going to draw 2 for actions now. Oh, and we actually have, this is very, very interesting. 2 runes have come out. So we're very clear on where we are. I think the breakthrough point is very, very imminent. Okay, it will help to bring you clarity. The rune of wholeness is very much the pathway you must follow. So there will be a direct and clear pathway shown to you. I think it's very imminent. The rune of breakthrough is a very strong and powerful rune. It will take you into a space where you can actually then begin to clearly think and gestate, as it were. The blank rune is the rune of possibility. It's an ending and it's a new beginning. It's like a pregnant pause where you can actually process, you'll know what to do, and you can then put things in motion to be able to start to look forward and start to plan ahead. Wise planning. Optimism, things working out as expected. So you'll know where you're going and you'll move into a planning stage. And then we see the rune of harvest, which tells us that although work is involved in bringing forth the outcome, the successful outcome, you're now on a pathway of knowing what to do, when to do it, and to actually work to bring in that harvest. Okay, so not only are you going to know what to do, that light bulb moment, that idea, that key, that magic is coming in, and I think very imminently, because this is where you are now. But the pathway will become clear. You can start to plan effectively, and then you can literally get on with it. The actual hands-on, nitty-gritty, everyday, day-by-day happenings of making this real to bring in your harvest. Reading number 2, I can see there is conflict around you, but your reading is delightfully positive, even though I can see that there's stuff going on around you. And, you know, ask, wish for that key. We're seeing that breakthrough energy around you. So do ask for it, wish for it, open yourself to receive, get clear, get balanced, know where you're going, wish for peace of mind, wish for clear thinking, wish for the sign that you need in order to open the doorway, and kind of, I think the rest will then fall into place. Super souls, I am loving your reading in the energy of this incredibly positive, inspirational, amazing, the amazing energetics of this beautiful new moon in Sagittarius. Super souls, I am sending you all the love in the world. Yeah, maybe keep us posted. Let us know how things go by the time we maybe get to next month's new moon reading. You might want to let us know where you are, how things are progressing. Super souls, thank you so much for joining me. If you would like to really get notification of all of my readings, I post, you know, lots of pick a card readings. I post individual readings as well, single ones, which give you literally, they touch base with your spirit team in the here and now. It's like literally a today, here and now reading. I also post a whole moon phase information, just tons and tons of stuff. I'll put links to anything and everything that I do that might be helpful to you in the information box and comments. So do scroll through and check those things out in case there's anything that's helpful. Subscribe and press the little bell icon, and then hopefully you will never miss a reading. Super souls, tons and tons of love to you. I am really excited that this is going to be moving forwards for you, because I can see the challenge around you at this very moment. Tons of love to you, and have an amazing moon month. Reading number 3, welcome to your new moon Archangel readings. Now you have the Angel of Adventure, we have the arrow coming through the heart, and the rune of defense. Now that is an interesting combination, and I'm not going to say anything until we've drawn more cards to have a look at what's going on, and can we have advice and information about the setting of your new moon wishes and intentions, anything that the angels wish to tell you right here and right now. And we'll draw. Ooh, okay, let's say we're going to draw an Astro card. It has flown out, so I'm going to use it. This is the card that fell out of the pack as I picked it up. This is Debilitated Discomfort, which is really interesting because it's resonating with the rune of defense. And we then have Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way. Oh, very interesting. I'm actually going to place those down here for the moment. Okay. Don't let pride get in your way. What is happening around your new moon wishes and intentions? We have the 10 of Ariel. There is so very much to be grateful for. Financial success and the promise of retirement. Wow, a rich and rewarding family life. Now, it's a general reading, so I'm not suggesting all of you are about to retire, but nevertheless, there's something very rewarding, something coming together here. The Lovers. Make choices from your heart. Deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. This is making sense. A leap of faith. Believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy, and the 3 of Ariel, do what you love. Wow, okay. Do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavours, working with others in a cooperative manner. Debilitated, don't let pride get in your way. This is what the rune of defense is doing here. In a moment, I'm going to draw runes specifically and ask about timings with them. They're very good with timings, I feel. Now, let's talk about the cards we have here. I actually feel in your wishes and intentions, I actually feel like something is about to be made available to you. it's the arrow through the heart. It's love. It could be, I'm going to say whatever the opportunity, okay. It could be to do with, it could be to do with love. It could be to do with intimacy. It could be the rekindling of a relationship with someone. Maybe you'd had a falling out, you know, don't let pride get in your way. But there is an opening or an opportunity, an adventure. There's a new adventure, I feel, that is on the horizon for you. And something could get in the way of it. Maybe you've been let down before. This is what we're seeing with the Rune of Defense. There could be a defensiveness, an anxiety, a fear, a block in some way, shape or form. You could even be feeling really tired, debilitated. And you know, when somebody, let's say the universe opens a door for you, in reality, in all honesty, I actually think if the universe opens a door for you, and for any of us, and we miss it, we don't walk through it, the universe will open another one. You know, that's just how it is, in exactly the same way, where I think if we don't learn a lesson, it comes back up again. You know what I mean? If you haven't properly processed something, you know, the same thing shows up again and you think, oh God, here we are again. But there's something more to be learned from it if that's the case. So things come up again, whether it's something we need to learn from or whether it's actually an opening, a window of opportunity, a particular opening, a particular new adventure, something that we'll love, that we've wanted. If we have missed something, there will be another opportunity. So never feel that you have missed something or you've lost something. It will always come back round again for you. I do want to say that, but I do also want to say that your reading is saying to you something here that you might really, really want, but it feels like you're having to step out of your comfort zone to get it, is potentially available to you or potentially going to arrive very quickly. For some of you, I think it does connect to relationships, matters of the house, the home, the heart, whatever it is, whether it is career, family, anything, any aspect of your world, whatever you are personally setting intentions around, setting wishes around. This is a time to literally wholeheartedly connect to what you actually want to do from the bottom of your heart. The one thing that you really, really, really love and want to do, and not let anything else get in the way of it. It's really, really clear. There's success being offered here. The opportunity of, it's like emotional richness being offered in some way, shape or form to you. Now, I think we should draw more cards. Reading number 3. How does this connect to your current wishes and intentions? I think we are being shown, when we were asking for information about, you know, is there anything you actually need to do? What we're being told here, I think, you know, the archangels and your angels and guides are saying, look, even if you're tired and even if it's uncomfortable to have a go at something, take a risk, leap of faith. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's got that flavour of feel the fear and do it anyway around it, you know, because a doorway is being opened to you, an opportunity, a new adventure is being opened. Leap of faith, Archangel Metatron, the card naught, it's like the Fool. And the fact that we have the Angel of Adventure, we have the card naught, we have the card 1. May we have more information about what is taking place here for reading number 3. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands. So something is coming into you. I mean, this is like, I always feel with, especially with this card, it's like there's a celebration. It's beautiful. Again, do what you love. Great personal growth coming in. It's like, yes, I always feel it's there. Queen of Cups. Wow, you've got 2 queens. Beautiful. Wow. We've got, gosh, the energy of fire and we've got the energy of water. We have the 7 of Cups. Okay, choices and decisions taking place here. Okay. But a little bit, this is the defense here. It's a little bit of, gosh, you know, do I, don't I? the memory of the fact that actually, you know, you've kind of you've climbed some ladders and you've wound your way down some snakes. You know, that's life. These are the learning curves. There's very much with this energy of there is so much to be grateful for here. 10 of Ariel. There's very much an energy around you of kind of, and this is quite interesting because it's come out in a few of the readings I've been doing recently. There's definitely an energy around some people of where they've actually really truly honestly been through so much challenge. It's untrue. I mean, really, it has just been one thing after another, after another, after another. And I think what can happen is we get very tangled in the cycle. It's like we get tangled in the cycle of the 9 of Swords here. And what happens is we flip between what I would call the hope and the despair. And these 2 cards are really showing this, where we feel like, you know, anything that happens, it's bound to go wrong. We over worry. We get centered, not in the space of possibility, the learning from everything, the fact that you have grown amazingly, but the fact that stuff has just been going wrong, going wrong, going wrong. It's been hardship after hardship after hardship. And I am not in any way moving away from the reality of that, because it's huge, it's epic, it's tough, it's debilitating, it's uncomfortable, and it makes it feel like a new adventure would be such a risk, such a leap of faith. It's like, I just don't know if I've even got the energy to dare to consider it. Okay. And what happens as well is that we can flip from hope to despair, where we think we have a go at something, it doesn't work out, and we slip back into that space of, gosh, you know, it's never going to work out, or we get too much embroiled in where we've come from rather than where we're going. Okay. So this has been coming out in a few readings, and what happens is this is then influencing the choices and the decisions in the now. But what we're seeing here as well, and don't let pride get in the way, because sometimes there is as well, you know, that feeling of if something's gone wrong, especially if it went wrong, I want to say there's quite distinct flavour here, reading number 3, where something's gone wrong because of maybe somebody else kind of, you know, maybe not acting very consciously or not behaving very well. We can get too tangled in what they were doing wrong rather than how we would like it to be different for us, as it were. And there's a distinct need to shift the energy here into that space of gratitude. It's actually quite clear here. And it is interesting, it's a theme that's been coming out in a few, not all by any means, you know, the readings that I'm doing are very varied, but it is there. It's this, don't let pride get in your way, don't be defensive. There is an opening coming for you here, a new adventure, a new opportunity. And even if you're tired, it's time to hold that vision of possibility. Take a leap of faith, because there's so much possibility around you, so much possibility. The key here is about doing what you love. Listen to what would make your heart sing. If there's an opportunity to do something and you think, I'd love to do that, but I'm too tired, it's really a question of going away, having a salt bath, sorting yourself out and going anyway, taking that chance. I'm going to draw some runes actually now. I'm going to ask, where are you at the moment? Reading number 3. You're at the rune of harvest. Now that is an interesting rune to have right now. Okay, what are the actions you need to take? What are you offered as guidance? You've got the rune of defense and you've got the rune of nourishment. Okay, possessions, nourishment. And then what will happen, the outcome? Okay, Hagelas, disruption. Okay, I'm going to draw some more cards for you in a minute. This is one of those readings where we've got to see it through. We've absolutely got to see it through. Where you are now is a point of harvest, which is quite interesting. So it's a point where there's some kind of a completion of a cycle. The rune of harvest often speaks of a year, but I mean, you may have had more than 1 year of challenge, but you've certainly had a year of challenge. But it's reaching that point of opening, something changing, something shifting. There's a great awareness of the lessons that you've learned here. The rune of defense also talks about boundaries, and it speaks of terminations and new beginnings, and learning how to use sort of emotional information to be able to define what you want. It's like defining what you want from situations that tell you what you don't want. So kind of developing almost like an aversion to stuff, people, circumstances that don't resonate with you. And then rather than dwelling in the, oh, this doesn't feel good, it's, oh, this doesn't feel good, I'll go and do something different. So it's like using something as a piece of information for empowerment. And these two runes together are very clear on this front. This is unexpected rewards and gains. So there's something around you, even in the discomfort, that has actually ultimately been supporting you, because it's been giving you some really key information, even though it's been incredibly tough. Now, something is coming in, something unexpected that is opening up the potential for something new. It's going to be a new adventure. It will be something you love. But it's also going to feel quite disruptive, because actually it involves stepping into the new, taking a leap of faith. There's an energy around you, really, really interesting. I'm going to place these down here, and I'm going to draw some more cards. Can we get some more information, please? That's what we want for reading number 3. Can we have more information about what this is actually about? Okay, so we do have an opportunity to kind of heal a broken heart here. If there's something here, this could well connect with intimacy and partnership. We are seeing you move from something. I mean, the Three of Swords is in many ways, even though it's acknowledging something that's been conflicting, it's also an opportunity through, you know, there's no longer an elephant in the living room. We've recognized it, we've acknowledged it, we move away. 10 of Swords, we're seeing that moving away. This is a turning point for you. Okay, yeah. King of Swords. 3 of Wands and 8 of Swords. Yeah. I'm going to say to you, reading number 3, I actually do think you've been through the mill, and I'm really sorry that you have. If your wishes and intentions are around any aspect of your home life, your personal life, relationship wise, this is a point to move beyond something from the past. And there is, I think, your desires, it's also about owning your desires. It may be in your wishes and intentions that if you know, when you sort of, if you've been brokenhearted, you want to set a wish to say, I want new love to come into my life, but you almost feel you daren't, because actually it'll probably go wrong anyway. We're still stuck in the 9 of Swords space, or you know, too stuck in the, oh, I just don't want to go through that again. And yet deep down, that might be what your heart is singing and calling for. So this is a point of, in terms of new moon wishes and intentions, your angels and the archangels are saying to you, it's time to shed, release, cleanse, and you can ask for wishes, make wishes to help you do that. You can ask for wishes to help you heal, to give you the courage to move forwards, literally to make wishes about the one thing that you really, really want, that maybe you are not allowing yourself to make a wish about because you almost feel as though it won't be granted. Okay, this is a time to shift and change that. I am potentially seeing somebody coming in who creates that opening for you, somebody quite strong, who creates that shift between that sort of despairing space to that hopeful space. Because we're seeing King of Swords energy, someone very strong. This is non-gender specific, but somebody who's very strong, very clear. I would say pretty successful actually, but they're wise. You know, if we think about success as who someone really is in themselves, this is really interesting. This person has been through stuff themselves. So this person has a really good understanding of how difficult things were for you. And I feel that they are creating a space. They want to free their input, the opportunity, the leap of faith. This is someone who can allow you to begin, or support you in beginning to start to now, for the first time possibly in a long time, look ahead to the future, to believe in a future. It's refinding that hope, and to sort of untangle the sort of slightly locked defensive place that I think you've been in because of what happened to you. It's time for a new adventure. Your angels are saying, yes, it's disrupting, yes, but you know, it breaks you out of a cycle, and it's time. Take a leap of faith. I think somebody is coming in to your world that will offer you exactly the opportunity you need to look to the future, to remove the entanglement that you have been sort of entrapped in many ways, and re-establish that hope. So set those wishes. Super Souls, reading number 3. Lean into your heart. Work out whatever it is that you want above and beyond anything else. Now that may be connected to relationship, it could be connected to home and family, there could be some sense of security, stability, it could be your creative or your working world. For many of you, this connects to some aspect of relationship, friendship groups, community, real connection to real people, whether it is colleagues that you want to work with, who you can really resonate with, or it's that intimate partnership, that soulmate. This is a time to take a leap of faith, to set the wish for the one thing that you want above and beyond anything, the one thing that will make your soul sing, that you have currently, or for at least a while, not allowed yourself to dare to believe in because of previous hurts and difficulties. That period of processing your experiences is coming to its fruition, its completion. Don't let pride get in the way. Don't let anything get in the way of you being able to celebrate the potential for a new adventure. I think if you are able to wish and really take a full ownership of the one thing you desire above and beyond anything, place that in your wishes. Wishes and intentions are different. Wishes are what we wish for. Intentions are our personal commitment to do what we can to make that real. So if it were, you know, making that wish, and then, you know, I commit to, you know, it might be I commit to, you know, joining a group, or doing something that would, you know, might open a doorway, one way or the other. Things are it's almost like the energy of what you might want is hanging around you, above you, but you have to open the door for yourself by saying, I take an ownership of what I want, what I desire, and I commit fully to anything I need to do to allow myself to receive it. I mean, that's the kind of wishes and intentions that I think are resonating with your reading number 3. I feel very, very hopeful for you. Interestingly enough, I feel hopeful for you in a real way. Not a kind of sometimes we find hope in a way that is, it's almost just an opposite to despair, where we get ourselves into a positive frame of mind, but we're not dealing with the real deal inside of us, as it were. We're either denying our real feelings, or we're denying the real situation, and so it's not got substance. This feels like a distinctly different turning point. And your angels and archangels saying you need to open yourself to receive and ask for what you really, really want, because if you do, we can then help to deliver. And I am seeing the potential for someone very distinctly coming in that creates that turning point, whether they are the person as such, or they are someone who opens that possibility for you. there is somebody pivotal coming in to assist with this. Reading number 3, this has been a terrific and very interesting reading for you, for your new moon reading. And I look forward to hearing how this goes as we journey through the month. Maybe you can post comments when we get to next month's new moon readings. Super Souls, if you want to make sure you never miss any of my readings, I do post a lot of readings, lots of pick a card readings about specific areas and questions. I also post individual readings that are literally, you know, your spirit team or your angels or your guides just having a message for you right here and right now. I post readings every Sunday for weekly guidance. Subscribe and press the little bell icon, and hopefully you will never then miss a reading. I also post moon updates that look at the whole moon phase and the incoming energy and flow of energy for the coming moon month. So do check out all of those things. I put tons of free stuff into the world, so I'll put all the links to anything and everything that I do in the information box and comments, so scroll down, access anything that may be of help to you. Super Souls, I am sending you all the love in the world. This is a turning point, and your angels and your guides are really supporting you in learning's the wrong word really, opening yourself to actually truly own something you really want. I am sending you all the love in the world, and you've been through a lot. It's time for that to shift and change for you. So much love to you. Reading number 3.